Hello everybody and welcome back to Hearts of Iron, where our war against the American Union is going better than I anticipated, to be honest. It's going pretty well, all things considered. Now, I do want to make a few changes up here. Specifically, I want to grab these units and tell them they seem to have forgotten about their offensive line. So I want to tell them that their job is to offensive line down something along the lines of like that. And they can go ahead and execute that. And you can see here there's big gaps. They can take territory. So that'll be fine. And I also want to adjust the line that this unit is doing. So we're going to tell them to forget about this push. And we're going to tell them to offensive line and meet these guys at pretty much this same exact line. That's awkward, but okay. Only 3 divisions doing that, 21 doing this. Sure, it'll work. So we'll go ahead and do that. It's not the most ideal. But these guys over here, they are heading out. That's fine. They can do that. We did a little bit of restructuring last episode. I don't intend to do that much restructuring this episode. I do want to see us push in over here. We're struggling a little bit here, it seems. I'm going to tell these guys to back off of aggressively executing, and we may actually move some troops around. So, like, this is currently 24. How much mountains are up here? We're pretty much through the mountains. There are mountains over here. So I think that we should have our Alpine divisions be over here. I'm going to move, say, these guys over into this army. Like that. We'll have them come up here and reinforce that. Okay. Sounds good. We are running a bit low on fuel, which is not great. Yeah, more people are joining the American Union, and I can't say that I'm super surprised by this. If India joins the American Union, we may end up having some problems. Of course, they have almost no manpower. They're not actually all that strong. They have no faction right now. I'm simply going to improve relations with India. I want to bring those relations up a bit. Okay, anyone else that we would consider powerful enough to not want in the American Union? Japan would be a decent option for that as well. They have not a ton of manpower. A decent number of divisions, though. I would definitely like them not to join the American Union. So we're going to improve relations with both of those nations and hope. That's the idea there. If they join, well, it's going to be tougher. Looks like this is under control. Yep. Excellent. Yep, they've called in the Hui Republic. We're not surprised by this at all. It looks like we have made some gains over here. That's great. And we should definitely be making gains over here. Ah, some American troops made their way in. So they must have made it past our blockade, but that's okay. We're not surprised by that. We're just trying to sink as many as possible with those 1 submarine units. And that'll be fine. We've pretty much stalemated up here. Now, we can see that there are some units over here that don't actually have any orders assigned. We are going to assign these guys to this order. They should be part of this. Ah, there is a supply issue here. Okay, so it looks like supplies are flowing through from up here. So we should definitely make sure that this upgrade is happening as top priority. Let's get that going. Yep. That's how supplies are flowing in. So let's get our supplies up here buffed up. That'll be wonderful. Our Italian push is going very well at this point. It looks like this is under control. Italy will be ours. Now we're kind of ignoring islands like this for right now. I'm not too interested in dealing with that. I want to take mainlands very quickly, and I don't want to take time off to deal with islands. We'll come back for those later. Yeah, they could technically use them as staging points for invasions. If that's the case, We'll just have to kick the invasion out. Just like we did over, or like we're doing over here. I won't say that this invasion is fully removed yet. These guys, how are they doing anyway? There's still a lot of units on their way over, so once they arrive, we should have no real issue there. Okay. We're seeing a maybe US buildup of force over here to push down through here. One thing I would like to do is make absolutely certain that the land fort here is being built as top priority. I want a land fort here, just to make it a bit harder for them to push in. Okay. Sounds good. Republican Italy has capitulated. Did that take this island with it? No, this all became part of the Swiss Imperial Coalition. So, or Confederation, rather. So that's a thing. So these guys need new orders. We are simply going to assign them to this army group front. No, I wanted to assign them to the army group. Oh, right. We need to move them into the army group first, I think. There we go. Yes. So now they will be moved up and placed into that wide European front. So we're going to have an additional army there. Ah, this is pocketed. Excellent. Looks like we're going to wipe out 5 units here. Eventually. I want all of you guys just get in here. Hit them hard. Wipe out their supplies. They do have an air base there, and they might be airdropping in supplies, I suppose. But they are pocketed, and eventually that should fix the problem. Okay, so Sweden is in collapse right now. Now, I believe Russia is probably pushing out over here. There's some awkwardness going on for sure. Sure. I'm not too concerned about Asia right now. Right now, what we're trying to do is get all of this online and get as much of this sweet, sweet steel as we can. Now, here's the question. Delivering by sea using convoys. A 77% delivery penalty. Okay, so there's also infrastructure damage over here. Gotcha. So we're going to be repairing that for a while. And of course, we are working on constructing new infrastructure in all of these locations that we have taken. Yes, even in the locations that are controlled by our client states. There we go. So that will continue. And the repairs will happen in these places that are behind enemy lines, or rather behind the front lines. The repairs will happen over time. So that's okay. We do have this infantry division, and I'm going to assign that into this army. Get in there. Excellent. They're apparently trying to naval invade in Lima, but they're not going to succeed, it looks like. So that's good. What about this naval invasion? Yeah, they're trying to continually naval invade over here, rather than bringing additional troops into their existing toehold, which is odd, if you ask me. Like, get down here. Get him out of here. He has no supplies. And... oh, we're already defending against that. Right. He has no supplies, so he should stack wipe soon. That's the Republic of Slovenia capitulating. Okay. Sounds good. So that is, of course, just over here. And this has definitely made some awkwardness. So we need to adjust this front line for this army here. Or this army group, rather. So this front line is going to be edited to move down this direction. All the way down like that. The offensive line looks like it's still valid. So there we go. And of course, this will get cleaned up eventually. Unless they push out again. I suppose that works. Hello, nukes. Okay, so we're going to continue to push in over here. There's a lot of troops showing up in Sweden. That's good to know. This attack over here is failing, but that's fine. We do expect that. We have managed to push them out of here, as expected. And we're still moving in over here. We still have a lot of units on the way to that. It's slow going, moving through the Amazon. Republican Italy broke our cipher. They also capitulated a while ago, but they're, you know, right here, so there's that. Okay, so we are on our way up, and we're continuing to grind our way across Europe. What's going on over here? Ah, they're over here. Yeah. That's to be expected for right now. As far as these guys go, we need them to extend their front line to be like that. There we go. And their offensive line looks fine the way it is right now. These guys are currently not advancing due to organizational issues. Okay, that's interesting. Well, we are working our way up with this particular naval base. That still should be top priority for right now. This unit does not belong to an army. We're going to assign it over here. This unit is also not assigned to an order. There we go. Now where are these three? Or this one? Get over here. Yeah, they're trying, but their organization is low. That's not surprising considering the supply issues in the region. And we're just going to continue to grind our way across the rest of Europe. At this point, we are making solid gains in taking over Europe. I would really love... more naval invasions going on over here. So, to that end, these guys are holding position in Argentine coast. To that end, I'm going to have these guys come down and patrol over here. We'll just try to protect this a bit. Excellent. So far, things are going okay. We're starting to stall out a little bit, though, I feel like, and stalling out is a bad, bad thing. We definitely do not want to do that. How much are we gaining monthly? About 31k. That's fine. I mean, we are still moving around and pushing in over on the Eastern Front over here. Sweden just capitulated. So that's actually a huge deal. So we're going to need... There's some awkward US areas over here. I'm going to assign this army. I'm going to assign half of this army to frontline here, with their goal being to eliminate these units. Then, I'm going to assign some other units here to come out over this direction. Now that's 10 divisions. We're going to select those units, and then we're going to select half of those units and tell them to come here. Like that. They will offensive line like so. Actually, it looks like these guys are going to group this up. So, yeah, we'll just do something like that for now. These guys, we're going to need them to come out over here for sure. And come up here. So we're going to select all of these. We're going to select half of these guys. Remove all orders. And we're going to tell them frontline here. With the offensive line being like that. Then we're going to select all of these. And we're going to do this. 12 divisions. We'll select those divisions and we'll offensive line like that. Okay. Now we're going to see some losses up here to the US while we wait for those to move. But that's okay. We also do want to construct our infrastructure over here. Keeping this as our top priority. And we'll construct infrastructure there as well. Okay. Something kind of like that. Sweden capitulating is a big, big deal because Sweden does actually have quite a lot of steel, which we did already have, but we need to get working on freeing up a lot of this infrastructure. Now, you can see here that a lot of this flows through these zones. So I do want to make sure that we are having naval control through here. These three are going to be a pretty big deal for us. So I'd like to select, say, these guys. They're currently up in the Labrador Sea. We're going to pull them out of there. And we're going to tell them, come patrol these three. Okay. That should help our shipping somewhat. So we're getting in position up over here, and we're going to try to knock these American units out of here as quick as we can. And we have some existing troops over here. These guys, they should just be assigned to this unit. And this unit really should be attempting to area defend, like, all of this. Not that they're going to be capable of it, but they should be attempting to. Okay. I would love to see these guys capitulate. I don't know how realistic that is. They're getting reinforcements from the representative Dominican Republic. That's these guys. Sure. Unit's organization is too low to advance. So yeah, you can see here we're starting to run into issues. I think that our organization is low because of manpower. Is that correct? Let's see here. Current fighting strength. Yeah, our manpower is dropping. I think that's what the primary issue here is. If we could get our war support up, I would argue that we should probably change our manpower law. Unfortunately, that's not currently an option. We have 55 days left on our war propaganda against the US, and we're still at 0% war support. I'm not shocked by this. But this was the danger, is that we start running into an issue like this. But if we can free up all of these troops for this Russian front, that'll be huge. Now, a lot of these troops are actually going to be moved into the Coast Guard, and it's just going to be the professional army here that gets put into here, and they get this push, is going to be the idea. Any more issues that we see? Not currently. So we're just waiting on some movement here. Looks like we've pushed the Americans out of here, or are going to push the Americans out of here. That's wonderful. Yeah, that's going to be some troop overruns there, I'm pretty sure. Stack wipe. Okay. Overrun and a nuke over here, but we don't exactly care about that. Okay, so these guys are now going to head up here. We need to encircle these. Our top priority should really be over here. I'm going to select all of these guys, and I'm going to remove all orders, actually. This is really messy. Okay, so I'm going to select this army here, remove all of their orders as well. They're going to encircle here, with their goal being to offensive line. Honestly, I hate that direction. I want to focus here first. Maybe Spearhead is the way to do that? No. Yeah, that's going the wrong direction. Oh well, I guess it'll do. So we'll push them in like that. And then this army, their goal is to come around here. And offensive line like this. Once again, this is the wrong direction. I want them to hit this naval base first, but I guess it'll have to do. How's our European push looking? We've actually had our lines broken here. And this is not good. So we're going to select these units that are assigned to this order. Their goal is to offensive line like this and reunite these lines. Okay. Get in there, please. Well, we'll see. Yeah, this is certainly non-ideal. We're definitely, I think, seeing the manpower issues rearing their head at this point. I'm pretty sure that's what we've got going on here. To that end, I'm going to cancel these recruitments. We'll get that 66,000 manpower. It's not going to last us long, but it'll help. We are starting to see our monthly growth come up. We have made a lot of gains in some pretty highly populated regions, and that's good. But I feel like we're stalling out, and that's not great. Our manpower is, of course, just slipping on away. We knew that that would happen. And we're continuing to push over here and over here. So that's fine. Get that all taken care of. We are making gains against the Polish Republic here. How much manpower do they have? They have around 12k. It's not very much. But once they capitulate, we might get a decent manpower bump. That's what we're basically waiting for right now, is as people capitulate, we get manpower from it. And not a lot of it. But it's enough to replenish our troops somewhat. We're definitely taking losses. These guys, they're going to hop into this division. Let's see, is there anything else we can do? Unfortunately, our war support is not great, mostly due to enemy bombing and trade convoys being raided. But what we really should think about doing is figuring out a way to get our war support up so that we can bump to all adults serve. I think we have to do it, but the question is, when can we do it? We're on construction engineering right now. Is there a manpower regeneration focus? I don't think there is. It'd be kind of nutty if there was. No. Okay. Well, it is what it is, and we'll just see how far we can get here. Are we destined to relive what happened to Germany? Perhaps. We'll see. We're still continuing to make gains for now, but it's looking less grandiose, shall we say. Just chilling at that 0 manpower forever. 31k per month, so, I mean, that number is coming up. These guys are currently not advancing due to low organization, it looks like, but we should have this fairly under control. And this front is the front where things are complicated. This cutoff here definitely makes me sad. I don't see a quick and easy way to get it back, though, at this point. I was kind of too slow to operate there, or too slow to react to it. We do have supplies over here. And let's see here. You're aggressively executing? Let's go back to balanced. There we go. Hopefully we'll be able to hold on here. We do have supplies, so it should be fine. We definitely want to be on balanced, though. I don't want to be on aggressive right now. Not with our manpower in the situation it's in. So these guys have nearly wrapped this up. That's fantastic. That'll be another front eliminated once this is all done. These guys can be moved into our European Coast Guard. And can I set reinforcement priority on an army level? I'm not sure I can. Let's see, that's the armies or divisions. Yeah. I know I can set reinforcement priority here. We may as well do something like that. Well, that'll be fine. Okay. So we're pushing in over here. Looks like these guys are actually stack wiping. So that's a very good thing to see. We're very glad to see a lot of us stack wiping them and not much of them stack wiping us. Now we have lost units over here. This army here has lost units. We're not surprised about that, in all honesty. We're continuing to make gains over here. Canadian troops just popped in over here. Very rude. And American troops. They have very few supplies. So we're not expecting that they're going to be able to hold us off for very long. We will take Narvik. And of course that means that this army can be reassigned. In they go. Okay. So they will get reassigned, of course, over to the European Coast Guard. There we go. So that'll be freed up. And now this army is attempting to push in over here, although they don't appear to be moving all that much. We did manage to grab this. That's wonderful. We're going to head up over here. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we'll continue to burn through our manpower at a prodigious rate. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I'll see you all next time when this front is collapsing, and that's a little bit grim. We may actually want to fully evac this front. Yeah, I do. I do want to evac this front. I want to remove specifically these orders. I want to remove this from the army group, if we can. Okay, we'll just delete all orders from the army group. And we'll set up the front line here. And we'll tell them to offensive line. Like that, I guess. It'll do, and we'll pull out what troops we can over here. I don't want to area defense. But yeah, we'll just pull out what troops we can and get out of this region. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.